Hey guys, Genki Gamer here. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that ding-a-ling-a-ling button so we can, so you guys can get my uploads when they come up. I do want to start streaming on YouTube here shortly. Haven't got that all worked out yet, but I am on Twitch. Don't forget that. I will be streaming tonight on Twitch. Probably Fortnite. I need to grind on that to get some of the things, accomplishments done. And anyway, I'm here to talk about this. Mositcr1tikal, he's one of my dudes, but I don't know if we're going to, I just don't see how we're going to agree to this one. I think everybody needs to work, and work their asses off. That's just my opinion because I probably had to all my life. But let's see what this is going on here.
Today. But just in case, here, I'll play it for you. I'm curious what everyone's opinion is on this subject. Because I thought Twitter had some trash takes on it.
I know I'm probably being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9 to 5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting.
Okay, hold on. We're going to stop right there. Look at her little cozy bed, her little perfect hair, her little perfect makeup. She's probably never had to even work a part-time job.
Living in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, it'd be fine. But I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till, like, 6:15 earliest, and then, like, I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have
Yeah. So.
Okay, we're going to stop it right there. Dear Lord. Come on. Really? Are you serious? Oh, my God. Wah, 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 wah. You got to work. Dear Lord, we all do. Some of us had to raise kids, go to college, and work. And sometimes take on more than one job at a time. This is life. This is what life is. Young guys, young girls out there, this is what it is. And unfortunately, it's not going to change. It won't. I just don't see it even possible.
I won't play the rest. That's fundamentally the whole thing. She gets her first 9 to 5, and she realizes that working that 9 to 5 grind leaves you with so little time to actually enjoy life. And it is, of course, very upsetting for her. So this account here is apparently like a really wealthy guy who's punching down on her, talking about like, oh, it's so heartbreaking, you have to have a job, ugh, that kind of thing. And Twitter dogpiled her. Well, at least a lot of people on Twitter dogpiled her, just clowning on her, talking about like how entitled.
Well, that's what I think too. I think she is entitled. I mean, I'm sorry, Mositcr1tikal brother, but she is. You can even tell by the video she's entitled. And a lot of these kids think they're entitled. And the truth is, no, we all work this way. We really do.
She is about this and that. And I just thought that was so fucking dumb. I don't know if I'm taking crazy pills or what. I think everything she says here is totally reasonable. The standard 9 to 5, especially when you're not walkable to your job, you're commuting, let's just be very easy to work with, an hour there and back total. So an hour commuting to work for your 9 to 5. You get home at 7, like she says. That leaves you with like almost no time to do anything besides shower, eat, and you're exhausted from work. So like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? You can't.
Well, that's why they usually give you 2 days off. If you're lucky enough to make enough money on your one job and don't have to work overtime, you got 2 days to go do that stuff.
Really live the life you want to live. And for some reason, everyone thought that she was like some entitled harlot or something for this take. Instead of recognizing that the problem really is like, no, a 9 to 5 grind is not conducive to good mental health. Especially not when you have to factor in a commute. If you can walk to it and you can actually get home by 5.
Okay. Now, he just said, can you walk to it and get home? Okay. I got to admit, I really do got to admit this. If you're going to be working for a company, all right, that company should pay you enough to live in the local area so you can get to your job. I don't see what the purpose is a company is going to pay you so little you can't even live close to that company's location area. I mean, they should at least pay you enough so you can get a place in that area so you don't have to travel as far. That's something that should change, but it's not going to, because The only thing these companies are worried about is their bottom line, their shareholders. That's it. CEOs take tons of money. Man, I've been working forever now. In my last job, you know how long it took me to get a friggin' 25-cent raise? 2 years. 2 years. And this company, that CEO was making millions and millions of dollars and getting his fat raise every year. But they don't care about us little people. They don't care about her. We're just numbers. But I do got to say, okay, he's right. I mean, I didn't have a life. Man, I can remember one time when a girl I dated, she had always had to come to my work to see and hang out with me because I never had time off. Never. So I get that point. I do get that point.
Okay, maybe there's an argument to be made there, or working from home where you're done at 5. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But as a commuter to your job, it's unbelievably miserable. It has to be.
You know, I get this. I mean, I do. But even Mositcr1tikal. I mean, I know he had a contract with Twitch. He had to do so many hours, and it was a grind for him. He's talked about it before. So, I mean, literally, he's actually probably can kind of understand, but at least he was doing what he loves. Maybe she's not doing what she loves, because generally if you do what you love to do, you won't work a day in your life. And I promise you that. But if you're doing something you don't care for, then yeah, it's work. A lot of us don't get to do what we like. A lot of us just get to work what we have to make that income, have to pay that bills. But I can tell you, let me tell you right now, just by looking at that video, she's either living with her parents still, or, she's definitely entitled, because that's very leather couch or whatever, nice pillows. We didn't have that when we first got out, moved out to our own, started working. Shoot, these kids nowadays get friggin' brand new cars. We had to buy a cheap piece of junk and keep it running through school and through college, and oh my God, it was a nightmare. So yes, kids are entitled today. But I also have to agree with Mositcr1tikal. Maybe there should be a change in work, the way we work. There's other countries that get part of the day off to go do things, and then they go back in, work for a few more hours. Maybe we should decide to change. I mean, we can't even raise our kids. Mositcr1tikal talks about that a lot too. I have to find maybe that video. But he discusses that we just put our kids in front of a TV screen and let that raise them. And then we bitch when something happens. And then we want the government to have more control because we don't want to raise our kids. Probably because, like this, working all the time. When do we get time? And 2 people have to have a job. 2. If you are married and you got kids, 2 people have to have a job. You can't live with 1. You can't save enough money. I mean, if you don't want to, do anything for your children, or don't want to, give them wonderful Christmases and stuff. I mean, you might be able to do it with 1 income, maybe, but I doubt it, man. Kids are just too expensive. But, I mean, if you get to that point, where you're going to have kids and stuff, a husband, both people have to work. And it sucks. But, he does have it right. I mean, maybe we should get paid more, less hours on the job, work from home. I really think work from home is where it is when you can do it. When you go to college, make sure you check into the jobs you're getting and understand that when you get out of college, things is going to change. That job might not be there anymore. Anyway, let's see if he has anything else more to say.
For some reason, of course, I'm being exaggeratory. It wasn't everybody, but so many people, and I just don't understand why. It's like, she's right. She is spitting facts. Like, she is just right. You can't raise a family. She mentions that she can't actually form a relationship because she doesn't have time. She can't meet people. She can't do the normal human experience because everything is work until weekend, basically. He is correct.
All right, he is right about that. Like I just said, I had a girlfriend that had to come over to my job just to see me. I mean, and I seen that at the last place I worked. the assistant manager there worked so many hours that her husband had to come see her from work. Her kids had to come see her at work because she worked 50 hours plus a week. How is that possible to live? You know, how do you live like that? Maybe these companies need to take a look. Maybe we do need to take a look. So, I mean, I get what Mositcr1tikal talking about here.
It sucks. And I think it's just kind of like this thing where I suffered, so everyone has to suffer the same way, as opposed to trying to find a better solution that isn't like the 9 to 5 grind. Because I really think we're at a point in our species where we really don't need the 9 to 5 anymore. I think we have shown that you can do work from home in different hours that are more conducive to a happier life for your employees, as opposed to making sure everyone sinks down to what everyone else experienced that was awful. Because I think so many people, like post-college, have had this terrible experience 9 to 5. And now everyone thinks that that's the rite of passage everyone has to go through. And I just disagree. I don't think it needs to be that way. It's the same mentality in RuneScape, not to tie it into some nerdy shit, but in old school RuneScape, there's always this fear of power creep when it comes to skilling. So basically, when something new comes out, it has to be obsolete for XP because everyone already suffered to get 99 through awful methods.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, we might think of it as a rite of passage because I had to do it. Why not her? You know, I feel that way. Yeah, I want to see other people suffer. That's just human nature. Damn it, if I have to suffer, you have to suffer too. I think that's pretty funny, though. But we do think that way. I mean, I've worked my way up in companies multiple times. Also, went to college late in life. And now, well, I'm doing YouTube. But I don't know, man. I mean, this is definitely a thing. I mean, maybe we should be changing the way we work, our schedules. You know, we can't even raise our kids. It's sad. And yeah, I mean, pretty much, you don't get a life. I don't know how things are going to work in America in the future. But right now, you guys can change it. We can change it. Maybe. You know, big corps own a lot, and they want to do more with less people. They want to pay you less. They want you to work harder for less money. And this is the way corporations think. They do not care about you. They only care about their dollars that they're making. They only care about giving themselves raises. They only care about all their shareholders. And that's the truth about it. And I think maybe Mositcr1tikal has a point. I really do. Even though I still think she's entitled. You know, I do think maybe, you know, we need to relook at the way we do jobs and all this. And try to see, hey, you know, maybe we should do something different. Maybe we just change things. Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-bell. And comment below so I know how you guys are thinking. Maybe I'm all wrong here. You guys need to let me know. Maybe I need to change the way I think. But heck, I know Mositcr1tikal, he was complaining about, you know, all the Twitch hours he was having to do and stuff. And it felt forced on him. But he's blessed. He's doing a job he likes. A lot of us don't get that. And he works from home. I mean, all of us, I think, want to work from home. Shoot, I know I do. Anyway, so, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And let me know if there's anything else you guys see out there you would like me to touch on. And get my thoughts on it. Get back at me, guys. I'll talk at you later. And check me out on Twitch tonight. I'll be on there streaming. Later, y'all. Peace.